The preview for Battle Through the Heavens, Year's End, episode 157 has been updated. Upon his appearance, Xiao Xian instantly killed 2 Soul Clan Doshungs in a single move and successfully saved Xiao Yan and the others. Afterwards, Xiao Xian brought Xiao Yan to his tomb, where he helped him fuse the powers of the Xiao clan, the Gu clan, and the Dragon Emperor. This fusion formed a brand new bloodline from the 3 Do Di bloodlines. As a result, Xiao Yan broke through to the peak of the 8-star Do Zun level in one go and activated the Xiao clan's clan mark. With his strength greatly increased, Xiao Yan decisively killed Hun Ye and Hun Li. With the matter concluded, Xiao Yan and Suna returned to Xiao Xian's tomb, as it was now the day to leave the heavenly tomb. Giving the refined ancient sovereign bug robe to Xiao Yan, Xiao Xian patted his shoulder and said, "Little one, you are now the Xiao clan's only hope.
You'll be waiting for you to return to the heavenly tomb. Don't disappoint me then."
Hearing this, Xiao Yan replied solemnly, "Ancestor, rest assured. If I cannot reach the Dosheng level, I will be too ashamed to see you again." As he finished speaking, Xiao Xian nodded with a gratified look. The next moment, the surrounding space began to fluctuate violently. A powerful suction force began to pull Xiao Yan and Suna towards a spatial crack. Sensing that the 3-year period was up, they said their farewells to Xiao Xian and flew into the crack, with Xiao Yan calling out, "Ancestor, take care. I will definitely find a way to set you free." Watching the spot where the two disappeared, Xiao Xian smiled with gratification and said to himself, "Whether the Xiao clan can be revived now all depends on him." At this moment, at the exit of the heavenly tomb, Elder Tong Xian of the Gu clan and other powerful experts from various clans were gathered waiting. A crack split open in the sky, and a few figures slowly walked out. Seeing this, many people below nodded and observed, "It's the people from the Lei clan. Their auras are clearly much stronger than half a year ago. It seems they gained a lot in the heavenly tomb." Following them, the prodigies from the Yao clan, the Yen clan, and other clans appeared one after another. Obviously, all of them had grown stronger. One from the Shi clan, in particular, had advanced from a 7-star Do Zun to the 8-star level, making many people envious. Just then, the spatial crack shifted again, and the corpses of Hun Ye and Hun Li floated out. Seeing this, everyone's expression changed slightly, and even Elder Tong Xian frowned deeply. The Soul Clan's 2 geniuses had actually died in the heavenly tomb. Not far away, Hua Xian and Hua Ji were also stunned. Although the heavenly tomb is perilous, everyone knows which dangerous areas to avoid. This led to speculation: could it be the work of Xiao Yan, who has a grudge against them? After all, when the two of them team up, they can even fight a 9-star Do Zun.
Soon, the spatial crack door open again.
Gu Qingyong and his 3 companions stepped out with immense auras. As soon as they appeared, their eyes were fixed on the corpses of Hun Ye and Hun Li. The 4 of them exchanged a look, wondering, who was so ruthless as to take care of these 2 formidable figures? Almost in unison, they thought of Xiao Yan. They reasoned that with Xiao Xian's personality, he wouldn't deign to kill these 2 ants, and with the duo's cunning, they wouldn't have provoked the powerful energy bodies. In that case, that only left Xiao Yan and Suna. While everyone was wondering, the space ahead distorted again, and Xiao Yan and Suna quietly appeared, treading on the void. Sensing Xiao Yan's aura, Elder Tong Xian, Gu Qingyong, and the others were all shocked. When this kid went in, he was only a 5-star Do Zun, but now he's at the peak of the 8-star level, they thought. What terrifying speed! Frowning slightly, the experienced Elder Tong Xian pondered for a moment and deduced that Xiao Yan must have entered Xiao Xian's tomb. In the sky, Xiao Yan looked around, and upon seeing the bodies, his brows arched involuntarily. He thought to himself, "I didn't expect their corpses to be teleported out as well." As Xiao Yan murmured to himself, both Hua Xian's and Gu Qingyang's groups approached him. "Congratulations, Xiao Yan, on your incredible progress," they said. Suddenly, 2 black-robed elders burst forth from the sky, instantly arriving beside the 2 corpses.
Un Ya, un Li.
The elders looked as if they had been struck by lightning, and their eyes gradually turned blood-red. Seeing this, the surrounding people quickly backed away, afraid the 2 old men would go berserk and start attacking randomly. A moment later, the 2 elders turned and glared viciously at Xiao Yan. They knew that before Hun Ye and Hun Li entered the heavenly tomb, the pair had intended to kill Xiao Yan inside. But now, not only was Xiao Yan unharmed, but his strength had surged, while Hunya and Hunli had become two lifeless corpses.
Xiaoyan, alive for a life.
As his words fell, the black-robed elder with a chain angrily whipped it directly at Xiao Yan. On the other side, Xiao Yan's expression remained unchanged. A purple-brown flame surged out, completely shattering the chain with a boom. The black-robed elder, also an 8-star Dozun, staggered back a step, having failed to gain any advantage against Xiao Yan. At that moment, Elder Tong Xian's stern shout rang out.
Un Ling. This is the Gu Realm, not your Soul Realm.
Hearing this, the elder named Hunling shouted angrily, Tong Xian, my Soul Clan members lost their lives in your territory.
You can't escape the blame.
Then the other black-robed elder said coldly, Xiao Yan, come back to the Soul Clan with us. If you're not the murderer, we certainly won't make things difficult for you. Hearing this, Xiao Yan couldn't help but laugh.
Go back to the Soul Clan?
Only a fool would do something so stupid. Seeing Xiao Yan being challenged, Suner immediately stepped forward. Elders, the heavenly tomb is inherently dangerous, she stated. If you have no proof, please refrain from making reckless accusations. This is the territory of my Gu clan. Furthermore, inside the heavenly tomb, Hunya and his companion once ambushed our Gu clan's group. I ask you two to give us an explanation for this. As she spoke, Elder Tong Xian and the surrounding Gu clan members all glared coldly at Hunling and his companion. Possessing the divine grade bloodline, Suner was undoubtedly the most important person in the Gu clan. If what she said was true, they would have to teach these two old men a lesson they wouldn't forget. Seeing Suner turn the tables on them, the two Soul Clan elders' expressions changed. They hadn't expected Hunya's pair to be so brazen as to dare attack Suner's group. Humph. Twisting words and logic, one of them sneered. You're just trying to clear your names. Today in the Gu realm, we are indeed helpless. But Xiao Yan, you'd better remember this grudge.
My Soul Clan will surely seek revenge in the future.
With that, the two Soul Clan elders collected the bodies and shot towards the exit of the Gu realm. Watching them leave, a cold glint flashed in Xiao Yan's eyes. He then scanned the surroundings again but did not see the little fairy doctor and the others. According to Elder Tong Xian, 3 months after Xiao Yan had entered the heavenly tomb, the little fairy doctor's group had hurriedly returned to the Falling Star Pavilion. They hadn't specified why, but they had asked Elder Tong Xian to tell Xiao Yan to return quickly after leaving the heavenly tomb. Hearing this, Xiao Yan frowned and asked Suner if she wanted to go to the Falling Star Pavilion with him. Suner was about to nod, but Elder Tong Xian quickly interjected. He explained that something major had happened in the outside world, and the elders, out of concern for Suner's safety, would not allow her to leave the Gu realm. It turned out that the Spirit Clan, who were supposed to participate in the Heavenly Tomb event, had vanished. Their entire spirit realm was gone, as if the clan had evaporated from the world. Sealing off and hiding an entire realm is an extremely major event, leading them to wonder if the Spirit Clan had encountered some insurmountable trouble. The clan leader and other elders were investigating the matter with all their might. Therefore, during this time, Suner absolutely could not leave the Gu realm. At this, Xiao Yan could only nod. Tong Xian then had Xiao Yan stay for one night, telling him he would be sent off with the people from the other clans the next day. Night fell in the Gu realm. Beside a quiet bamboo house, Xiao Yan and Suner admired the bright moon. After a moment's hesitation, Xiao Yan confessed to Suner about Kai Lin. Hearing this, a slight blush appeared on Suner's cheeks. With the Gu clan's intelligence network, she had already known about this for a long time. Hearing Suner's soft murmur, Xiao Yan, who was usually sharp-tongued, was at a loss for words. Seeing Xiao Yan's clumsy appearance, Suner shook her head and said, "However, I can't let you off too easily for this." With that, she bit down hard on Xiao Yan's chest, the force making even him wince a few times. After a moment, she released her bite and pretended to look fierce. "We'll see if you dare to be a womanizer in the future." Seeing Suner's especially charming appearance, Xiao Yan couldn't help but kiss her directly. Just as the two were sharing an intimate moment, Gu Yuan's cough suddenly rang out. Hearing the sound, a blushing Suner quickly hid inside the room, leaving Xiao Yan to laugh as he looked towards Gu Yuan. In the bamboo forest, Gu Yuan walked towards Xiao Yan and said with a faint smile, "I can sense the bloodline power within you. You must have met Xiao Xian, I presume." Hearing this, Xiao Yan nodded lightly. "Senior Gu Yuan," he asked, Is there no way to set my ancestor free? To this, Gu Yuan shook his head. At least, even I don't possess such an ability. It is said the heavenly tomb was created by a Dou Di. To break the rules there and free Xiao Xian, one would probably need to reach that level as well. Hearing this, Xiao Yan gave a bitter smile. Reaching the Dou Di level was something even his powerful ancestor had failed to achieve. It felt even more unattainable for him. After a moment, Xiao Yan asked Gu Yuan about the recent strange disappearance of the spirit realm. Was it a natural disaster or man-made? Regarding this question, Gu Yuan wasn't sure either. But whatever the spirit clan encountered is definitely a huge problem, he mused. The probability of it being man-made should be very small. After all, the spirit clan has a profound foundation. Even the Gu clan would find it difficult to push them to this point. As he spoke, Xiao Yan suddenly remembered what Xiao Xian had said.
The Soul Clan is too bizarre.
Perhaps this matter is related to them. Hearing this, Gu Yuan shook his head again. Even if the Soul Clan wanted to accomplish this, they would have to mobilize a large force. In that case, it's impossible for the Gu clan not to have heard anything. After some more light chat, Gu Yuan reminded Xiao Yan not to forget his promise and then disappeared. Before he knew it, the next day arrived. Xiao Yan and Suner came to where the battleships were docked. At this time, people from the other ancient clans also arrived one after another, as it was the day they were to leave the Gu realm. Just as Xiao Yan was about to bid farewell to Suner, Yao Xingji appeared, walking on air. He handed Xiao Yan a jade slip and said, "This is an invitation to the Yao clan's clan ceremony. Your teacher will need it." Taking the jade slip, Xiao Yan fell into deep thought. He understood what the Yao clan's clan ceremony represented, and regardless of whether he held a grudge against them, he decided, whatever this ceremony is, I'll just pass the message to teacher first. Seeing this, Yao Xingji quickly boarded a battleship, calling out, "I hope to compete with you in alchemy next time." After Yao Xingji left, Xiao Yan turned and said goodbye to Suner, then boarded the battleship leaving the Gu realm. After 5 days of travel, Xiao Yan finally returned to the Star Realm. He noticed the falling star pavilion was clearly much stronger now. With a casual sweep of his spiritual sense, he discovered many powerful, hidden auras. At that moment, Xiao Yan transformed into a stream of light and shot towards the center of the Star Realm.
Udar tout trespass in the Star Realm. En grichoutran out.
A dozen or so guest elders appeared and jointly froze the space around Xiao Yan. With a crack, he shattered the spatial barrier and teleported behind them. I didn't expect that after being away for half a year, the defenses would become so tight, he noted with a frown. As he pondered, several more elderly figures flew over. "It's the young pavilion master," one of them shouted.
The young pavilion master is back.
As the joyous shouts fell, the guest elders who had just arrived were stunned. They hadn't been here for long, so this was their first time seeing the young pavilion master. Afterwards, all the elders and disciples bowed respectfully to Xiao Yan.
The young pavilion master's prestige in the falling star pavilion was extremely high.
Seeing this, a flash of admiration passed through Xiao Yan's eyes. In just half a year, he thought, the falling star pavilion has managed to invite so many powerful experts to join. I'm afraid its strength now surpasses that of the heavenly underworld sect and the flower sect. Soon, the figures of Yao Lao and Venerable Feng slowly approached. Not bad, Yao Lao said with a smile. In just half a year, you've reached the peak of the 8-star Do Zun level. Xiao Yan smiled and nodded, but he noticed that he still didn't see the little fairy doctor and the others. According to Yao Lao, it turned out that something had happened in the Jiamar Empire, so he had sent the little fairy doctor and the others ahead as reinforcements. Please give us a like and subscribe, fellow Taoists. Let's continue our chat in the next episode.